Bowman on the number 29 Yamaha, the number 30 of Trevor Payne out of Berlin Center, Ohio on the KTM. Marcelio Leodoraco, I butchered that, didn't he?
Marcello Leodoricio.
You nailed it. I knew you'd know.
I've just heard it. I have to ask.
I know.
So don't act like I'm not acting like I can read it.
For me, you look at it, you look away,
I'll help
then
you with
you
this
can
dude
say
when you get to him. That's bass flute.
Bass flute.
So forget the,
that
one blows my mind. It's bass flute.
Preston bass flute. Brody Bennett on the number 35. Hayden Deegan, Danger Boy out there, the number 38 Yamaha. Reagan Cochran.
Sorry,
Daxton Bennick. Yeah, you got to make more notes, man. Seth Scholl out of Centerburg, Ohio. Brennan Schofield. Hayes Edwards. Aiden Kiefer. Lane Allison. Brody Propernick. And Brandon Nelson. And here we go. Only got through half the pack before. Whoa!
Oh, big get off there. Pops right back up. That is correct. So everybody's up and okay. That's Kawasaki Riders down. And this is your 250B class. I'll give you the quick little rundown while we try to set the rest of the table. The 64 is going to be Christian McCauley. 65, Cole Godfrey. 69, Bryce Saylor. 70 is going to be Joseph Spadero. 71, Josh Bryan. Dayton Briggs, 73. Ronald Johnson, 74. Evan Ferry, 75. Casey Bernard Jr., 77. Travis Henry Bellotti, 79. Michael Corcoran, number 80. Talon Zollers, number 82. Josh Bowman, number 85. Devin Salo, 87. Trevor Collop, 92. Gavin Mays, 98. And Mark Finesse round out your field. Folks, this one, as it always is, probably one of the more deeper, more stacked fields you're going to find out here, Mikey, as we watch. Oh, and that's Evan Ferry with the big mistake. Oh, he gets KO'd from behind.
Danger Boy.
Oh, that bike is for sale. Danger Boy says, I will gladly slip past you there. That was unintentional, but I mean, it just happened.
But something tells me we're going to see them connect a couple more times for this.
I am here for that.
Hey,
I love it.
Little mishap by both.
Yeah, so he just
fair play.
A little bit of a bobble there for Ferry. Deegan comes in hot and makes it work for him. So we're going to watch the 38 of Hayden Deegan and track his progress. Evan Ferry had a nice little moto going for about 11 seconds.
He did, yeah. Had a good, strong start there. That little bobble by him. So
let's see what the leader is. The number 14, perhaps.
Is it Matty Jorgensen?
Matty Jorgensen on the KTM. That's a soft J.
A soft J.
There you go. Matty Soft J Jorgensen. Oh, he's probably the actual Jorgensen, though. Yep. So it's Jogging. Oh, really? Jogging. All right. So Dayton Briggs in the number 2 spot. Julian Balmer is 3rd on the 29 Yamaha. Base flew back in 5th. Lane Allison, Trevin Nelson, Evan Ferry, and Dax Bennick. So some of the big players all kind of marred up with some crazy first lap action here. So a lot of movement here, Mikey Waynes. There is another problem for Hayden Deegan. Goggles are off, and he is going to the mechanics area. I'm not at all sure what's happening here. So he is going around the racetrack, heading into the mechanics area as we try to follow along with what's going on with Hayden Deegan.
Now they're looking at the bike right now. Hayden Deegan with his hands up. I mean, he's beside himself. I mean, what do you do at that point? What do you do? Besides, what? I mean, if you're Hayden Deegan, what do you do in that situation besides say all of the bad words?
Yeah, you're cussing in the helmet.
Threw his hands up. So we'll see if we can find out more on that. Hey, meanwhile,
there's 75 of Evan Ferry. So Mike Burkeen from the AMA, I was kind of asking him, like, how's that work? Like, can you do work on motorcycles not in the mechanics area? So I don't know if that's an issue or not, but we'll let those guys sort that out. I know he's having a mechanical. I know he got a little tangled up there with Evan Ferry, so there's a lot of moving parts here. I believe Preston Baselug is who you see on the screen now as we watch the 29 of Julian Balmer getting some pressure now. And that is Preston Baselug.
Yeah, he's moving.
He is actually moving. So they're working. They're dead center of the racetrack. We'll pick them up. They touch down the 14 of Matty Soft J Jorgensen. He is out front. He has got Evan Ferry. I don't know how Evan Ferry's in second. That's crazy. Is that no, that would Julian Balmer. My apologies. Evan's a little bit further back here. There we go. I'll get it right here in a minute, I think.
Look at that battle.
There's Baselug. So it's Jorgensen, Balmer, Briggs, Baselug. Evan Ferry is in 5th. So not out of this by any stretch.
Good move by Preston Baselug there on the number 36 Cali.
Is that Evan Ferry again getting just abused? They are going hard on the paint. They're backing him into the post there.
They are, man. I don't know what was said down in the starting gate, but
that is the second time Evan Ferry is going to need new graphics.
But we're sorting it out on the track right now. So Evan Ferry coming right back at Dayton.
Right back at him, the 73. They're a long way around. They're going to sprint to the inside. He pushes him out. He goes, I'm not playing around anymore.
Yeah.
Like you either get pushed, you're the hammer or the nail right here at this point. And he has been the nail a couple of different times now. So Evan Ferry, though, if you ever met Evan, super funny kid, super polite. He's probably in his helmet saying all kind of clever, funny things.
I guarantee it.
Just cutting up there, huh?
Yeah, solid kid. Great personality. And another mistake by Evan Ferry.
I totally would have cleaned those ruts out, so I'm not sure what's going on with Evan. I'm a superior rut rider, apparently. They're another little bit of a ball. I totally kid there, Evan Ferry. As we are following along the 75, we lost Hayden Deegan. I'm not sure if he found his way back out there. Mark Finez back in 15th. Dax Bennett buried back in 7th, so some of our players having some problems. This has been a wild moto here. So there is Balmer, Base Flew, a big kid, man. His dad, I believe, used to race the GPs.
Okay.
Way back in the day. His old man goes good. Following along with our drone footage, Base Flew apparently likes to scrub that jump. His foot came off the pegs. He almost high-sided it right there. Evan Ferry has cleared the rider in front of him, Allison, and now he is going after Base Flew, who's made a few mistakes, and the push coming from Dax Bennett as well, who's in 7th.
Hey guys.
Go ahead, Rodney.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt, but I just saw Danger Boy go by. He just came up. I was going over to the mechanics area to see if I could figure out what was going on. He evidently re-entered the racetrack, circulated one more time as he came by the finish line, exited the racetrack. His rear wheel was totally demolished. It was wobbling all over the place. I don't know if he had broken spokes or bent rim, whatever happened, but there was no way he was going to ride that machine.
Hey, thanks, Rodney Tomlin out there, the man on the scene there. Probably that collision got into Evan Ferry's foot peg, perhaps, and took care of a couple of spokes and a couple of hard landings, and you blow a wheel out doing that. So better safe than sorry there as we follow along into the 10 Commandments. There's Base Flew. There's the 29 of Balmer. That's a three-way battle for the lead. That's Jorgensen, Balmer, Base Flew, and you should have Evan Ferry coming in the mix here in just a moment. That is a just brutal section. That's a slot car section.
Matty doing a good job right there, answering to the pressure, able to put a little bit of a gap on it, back on him, at least for the moment, but it ain't going to last long.
Oh, we got it.
3 freight trains are on their way.
This is it. Yamaha riders running 2nd and 4th. Base Flew. A Yamaha sandwich, if you will. Got a little bit stuck in your teeth there. Got a little Evan Ferry in the top tooth there if you want to get that out. Now around the big sweeper there. That flagger is not impressed whatsoever as he follows along. Matty Jorgensen is your leader. And now they'll touch back in. The crowd is just piled up around this point of the racetrack. There's Jorgensen just sending it. That's not even a double. That's just a pile of dirt that they're calling a double now. I love it. And here comes Dax Bennett. He's going to make this a 5-way battle. Bennett has come from outside the top 10 along with Ferry. So coming across the stripe there's Jorgensen. We have a rider go down. Not sure what happened.
Was it Balmer?
Oh, Balmer, I believe, is off the side of the track. Yep.
Dropping positions right now. We'll see.
So the pace is just pushing these guys into, and the track itself.
That's the last thing you want on the track, facing the opposite direction.
The worst.
Seconds are like minutes.
For real. There's Base Flew on the Team Green Kawasaki ride. The Fox rider just says, I want to jump over the ruts. I do not want to deal with these ruts, nor do I want to deal with the guy in my rearview mirror. There he is, the 75 out of Florida. Evan Ferry continuing the winning ways of redheads worldwide. Evan Ferry ready to carry the torch for SPF 50 great racers worldwide. Jumps that triple, hops out of it, avoids the ruts. Don't blame you, my man. Don't blame you.
That's it. SPF 50. Those are my people. I understand.
You know, me and
I got you. Yeah.
I've announced so many races getting sunburned.
I got you.
All right, back into Storyland we go, and the story is still being written by your leader. How about it? Matty Jorgensen Still hanging tough.
Yeah, he's been real consistent those lap times. Of course, he got the fastest with a 1:58. Daxton Bennick flirted with it with a 1:58.349.
There's Jorgensen there. Wow, he just had a great lap. I thought we were reading it wrong.
2:04 his last time around. Preston a little bit faster, got him by about 4 seconds.
A little bit.
And the gap is 3.7, so knocking on the door by the end of this one. At least should be.
Good thing. Here comes Jorgensen up and over that big camelback. And then whatever you want to call this ginormous jump that is really not a double or whatever. Around the big sweeper front end almost tucks. There's Baseflug in second, Ferry third. Dax Bennick is slowly creeping into the picture here, folks.
Shout out to the drone operator, by the way, racertv.com here, giving us the bird's eye view, staying on those guys.
So Bennick hanging tough. And then you got Briggs in fifth, Leo DeRiso in sixth, Trevor Collett, Lane Allison, Travis, Trevin Nelson, and Casey Bernard rounding out your top 10. Lux Turner back in 11th. Ballmer, tough break, he's in 12th. Finez was outside the top 20. He's KTM's hope here. He's got some work to do, but man, I want to hear what Evan Ferry tells you on the podium when he got smashed from behind from DEEGAN, and I believe that's what blew the wheel out. Then he got hit again. Like he was a punching bag in that moto, Jason Wygant. So there's Ferry. Now he's wanting to do some punching on his own here. He's working on Preston Baseflug now as they take similar lines through the 10 Commandments. Double. That is not the hot way through there. Baseflug again dabs. That's going to cost a couple of points there. And he will make the pass. That was a very uneventful pass there. But can he stick it here in this deep, rutted out?
Hey, took the grown man line right there.
That was tough. Baseflug fires back. Baseflug comes back on the inside. Can he make the pass back? Now they race back to the left-hander, and he does. Baseflug is not done yet. He says, learn how to say my name right, boys. I'll give you plenty more opportunities here at the ranch the next couple of years.
I promise you.
There is Baseflug. He's a man's man. When you get up next to Preston Baseflug, his old man's 6'4" of twisted steel and sex appeal. He's a big dude, old man Baseflug. Big, huge hands. He reminds me of the Tedders.
Banana hands.
Old man really? Tedders, he's got the old man Tedders build.
Does he move houses, though? He doesn't move houses.
No, not like Nate Thrasher's
No, not like Nate Thrasher's dad. All right, Ferry's going to reset. It looked like it was done. It was over. He had made the pass.
The Josh Lichtel, Davey Millsaps battle we always talk about.
You talk about Loretta's. Yep. Suddenly they find the speed. So basically got caught, passed, made it back around him, and pulled back away again.
2 seconds, no problem. I just found 2 seconds worth of speed.
I know, really Kevin, you go to all these amateur races around the country all year long. Is this Matty Jorgensen performance, is this expected?
I did not expect that.
Okay, because there are some big names that he's leading right now.
These are the who's who, in fact, for sure. I don't think Matty Jorgensen even pits under the Orange Brigade tent, so props to him.
Doing it for himself. Matty Jorgensen, independent.
Independent, yes. They're dancing in the streets in Slovakia or wherever Matty's
from Denmark.
From Denmark.
The Dane.
Strong Scandinavian presence here.
Daxton Bennick, his charge kind of stalled. He was closing in on Ferry and Baseflug from fourth, was Daxton Bennick, but no longer making up time on them. He's still fourth. Dayton Briggs fifth. And I know people are watching right now saying, isn't this the moto that DEEGAN is supposed to be in? Well, yes.
Correct.
But he had bike problems almost instantly. Ran into the back of Evan Ferry in the first lap, crashed.
He's already on YouTube Live giving everybody a breakdown.
Yeah, probably breaking it down right now. Go check out his Instagram. And then his rear wheel was disintegrated. He only did about 2 laps, and DEEGAN was done. Yep. So
now
if you're wondering where he is, he's not on the track anymore.
He could be the real spoiler later on in the week. All these guys seem pretty evenly matched. And look at the lap times. They're going 6 laps in, and they're down in the 159s.
Matching each other.
Wow, they are going to be exhausted. Evan Ferry's
not had to break this whole race.
No, I mean, just one battle after another. It's like Bruce Lee. He just turned around another 50 guys. Good child, pop this guy. And
so Ferry's got to go back to work. He had made the move a lap ago. And Baseflug has answered back.
I will say this. I believe a racetrack like this will favor a big, strong guy that can just fight the powers of gravity and physics here because, man, Baseflug has just really done well at fighting those big, deep ruts, as has Jorgensen. Both those kids are tall. Evan Ferry, more of a point guard frame.
Yeah, doesn't like it in the paint. More of a perimeter guy.
Yep, likes to dish it off, set his guys up. And now we're back with Jorgensen directly in front of Baseflug there, so we are not done yet. come across right in front of us, Jason Wygant. We have another battle here. We're 7 laps in. Another 159 for Base Fluke. You talk about digging deep late into a moto.
Yes. He's got it down under a second now between Jorgensen, is right there on the KTM, and then the Kawasaki of Base Fluke, and they put a little time on Ferry now. So Ferry put in his flurry, a Ferry flurry, got to him, passed him. They got him back, and they've pulled back away. So Ferry's third, but it's really a 2-rider battle for the lead now.
So, Jason, I'll ask you this. This track is so technical and has so many different lines. Do you think it's just taking this many laps in the race to put this whole thing together, put all the... I mean,
for Base Fluke. It could be. A lot of riders telling me...
AJ Catanzaro could probably answer that question.
I thought that's why we had the cat up here. Come on over. Let's chat about it. Yeah, we got AJ Catanzaro from the Moto Academy. First of all, a lot of riders telling me the track feels more hard-packed than usual. But what are you seeing with some of the riding styles and things like that? It's taken Base Fluke all moto to get it all pieced together here.
Well, okay, this is first moto of the week, and think about how excited these kids are. With this track being this technical, you can't override it. So I guarantee what's happening is the first, I don't no idea how deep into this moto we are.
7 laps.
The first 5 to 10 minutes, everybody's going to be overriding, making mistakes, dragging the brakes too deep, jumping across ruts. And then once they figure out, oh, okay, I got to take a deep breath and just slow down, they're actually going to end up starting to go faster. That would be my guess.
Well, that's what's been going on.
So the tendency is to want to go hammer your first moto and show everybody what you got.
Well, especially as an amateur. I mean, these kids are how old? Maybe 16, 17 years old. Yeah, they want to go out and go wide open. But a track like this, which is why I like this track, is that you have to go slow, you have to stand up, you have to get off the brakes, get off the clutch, and you have to be really patient with it.
Makes sense.
Great
and then the conditions, I think, have thrown everybody a little bit. I don't know if it was that huge flood we had last year or what, but everybody's saying it's a little bit more slippery and hard-packed than they expect or than they're used to out here. Definitely looks choppy in spots. Base Fluke has put it together. He has caught Jorgensen now.
I mean, again, they're in the sub 2-minute lap time, so Base Fluke is going to take this thing deep. We've got the 2-lap board out.
Don't forget Daxton Bennick. He's going to make one last run on Ferry for third as the battle for the lead rages. I'm headed to the podium. Oh, jeez. Was that nasty, though? Chop coming into that corner.
So Base Fluke just manhandling that motorcycle right now as he tries to track down the number 14 of Matty Jorgensen. A lot of fun to watch this battle. There's Ferry on the 75, and just behind him on the orange KTM, you'll pick up the 41 of Daxton Bennick. So a couple of good battles we are watching. And like AJ was saying, man, those are great points. These kids are been sitting all day, ready to go. This track is, you cannot override this racetrack. You've seen feet off the pegs half the moto by a lot of these guys. And it looks like Base Fluke has gotten around. Is that the 14? He's done it. And Jorgensen comes right back at him on the inside, makes the pass back.
Yeah, Matty said, dude, I've led this whole thing. I don't want to let it go now.
Unbelievable.
I don't want to let it go now.
And they are going to race to this left-hander here. We've seen this happen twice for Base Fluke. He's made the pass in that exact area. Got that foot as high up as it'll go, like Adam Cianciarillo back in the day there. The high leg kick. They'll triple out, and, dude, they are exhausted. Sub 2 minutes deep into the moto. Here comes Base Fluke again. Setting up, and there's a guy just running frantically on the racetrack, getting his miles in, his steps in.
Oh, look at how tight. Both of them want that inside line. Matty able to edge him out just for the moment.
Man, what a great battle here. Base Fluke using every inch of this racetrack for sure. Looking for a problem. He might have gotten around it again. Nope. Made that up. There.
Just kidding.
Just totally kidding. Around the big right-hander, the Poly Sport sweeper here. The white flag should come out this go-around.
Correct.
And one more to go. We have a slew of lappers directly in front of these guys. Jorgensen, Base Fluke, Ferry, and Dax Bennick putting in a late moto charge. So which race do you want to watch, Mikey? They're both fantastic.
Hey, it's going to be interesting this last lap. White flag out is hopefully they're around the lappers. Not going to be an issue.
Oh, Matty Jorgensen, what a fantastic ride if he can pull this off.
Mano right now.
Oh,
big misstep right there by Matty.
Still able to keep. How does he keep that lead? Jorgensen, you know how exhausting that is to try to pick the bike up?
And that was Preston's chance.
That was it.
That was his chance right there.
He is, the pressure's there. They're looking for a mistake. Different lines here. They almost collide going into the 10 Commandments. One more time through. Try to double through. Try to grab the triple. Here we go. Can he triple again? Oh, so close.
Here we go.
Base Fluke had to check up. He saw what was happening there as Jorgensen. Now we've got lapped riders. We've got 5,000 different lines to choose from. And Jorgensen cleans that section. Yellow flags are out. Riders are down.
Maddie on that inside, man, looking good. Less than a minute before they should check in for checkers.
I need some water after this.
Boy, I'm telling you what, hats off if Maddie can hang on, both of them, regardless, wherever they finish between 1 and 2, and it's come down to this.
Here it goes. I mean, it may be an all-out blitzkrieg, if you will, for baseball around the outside, lap rider on the inside. Jorgensen has to change the lineup. They're going to jump right in front of us here. Jorgensen, a couple more turns to go. Base fluke feeling froggy deep into the moto. Into the right-hander. Bobbles everywhere, and he's still, and it looks like Jorgensen's going to bounce his way into this finish line turn. And what an incredible battle, taking it down to the stripe. Ladies and gentlemen, Maddie Jorgensen will grab that race win. Unbelievable finish there, Mikey Wayans.
Yeah, Maddie Jorgensen, a solid ride, answer to the pressure, and boy, he gave Preston a few opportunities. You know,
Sure
Preston
did.
wasn't able to capitalize, and Maddie's going to take that P1. He's on his way to talk to Jason Wygant. We'll get the scoop down there. We'll talk to Preston Baseflug, and Evan Ferry rounds out that top 3, the number 75 Yamaha, after what started as a pretty gnarly one for him. A lot of question marks around Evan Ferry those first couple laps.
It's Jorgensen, man.
I'm telling you what.
I blew it.
It was Jorgensen.
With a J, man. So, Jason, it's Jorgensen. You still have time. You still have time to get it right, man.
Jorgensen. You told me it was a soft
I know,
J
I thought
up
it
here.
was
My God.
Like Tyler Soft J. Schoberg, man.
That's all right.
Yeah, heck of a ride there.
here
Those
for
guys
it.
are exhausted. There's the number 14 of Maddie Jorgensen, Jason Wygant, with a J. Pronounce the J. Pronounce the J.
Soft J.
Not a soft J.
No.
It's a hard J.
Hard J.
We got the clarification from Mike Burkeen. Hard J.
Okay, we're going strong with the J.
Mikey just said, Burkeen says I could be wrong. You're not helping us out.
Oh,
here.
we need full confidence. Does any recollection of the whole shot in that moto up there, boys?
Did Jorgensen get the whole shot? I cannot answer that question.
Okay, neither can anyone else. Okay, we'll figure that out. I'll give these boys just a second to cool off. They are whooped. Woo. And we'll be back with a podium. All right, we're going to grab our gold medalist, and this is huge. One of the most prestigious classes out here. We've really seen the B class kind of become the class at this event over the last dozen years or so. It's a lot of rides and dreams begin here, and this guy's telling his story right now with a gold medal, Maddie Jorgensen. I know it's early days here at Loretta's. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but man, winning a moto in the B class has got to feel awesome.
Yeah, it feels really good. I even had a bad start. I'm in a stock bike with a pipe and ignition, and I made my way up front, had a small crash, and managed to keep it there. I was tired for sure, but it was a good race.
Now, Baseflug was coming at you. You guys had a battle, right?
Yeah, I was feeling him there. I was hoping for the white flag a couple laps earlier.
Hey, you held on. Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my brother and my dad, TLR, Enso Racing Suspension, SOBMX, Matt, Bishelia, Matt Toth, Ryan, Jennifer. I'd like to thank Scott Goggles, Aero Helmets, MX Locker, Active Gear, HTS Exhaust System, VP Racing Fuels, Engine Eyes, Dunlop Tires, and everybody else around me. Thank you.
Maddie Jorgensen.